Inside high school sports. Today I have the senior quarterback of the Dorado Wildcats, Sharman Rester, 5'10", 190 quarterback, but he plays much bigger than 190. Number 2 passing in the state, and you know that's a gaudy number. This young man has some great numbers, and I tell you, if any college coaches, recruits looking for a quarterback on any level, I tell you, you'll have yourself a great steal here. Just going back, we always want to start with some stuff from last year. Last year, you know, kind of played back up, but you got a chance to start, played in 10 ball games. And just looking at the numbers of last year, end up with, playing 10 ball games, 700 yards passing, and looking at 363 yards rushing. And with that being said, you were still the second leading rusher last year, and you was a quarterback. So we're looking at that as we're moving up last night. Big ball game, one of the bigger ball games, not the biggest ball game, but one of the bigger ball games. Defeated Marion for the second time this season. A score of 60-27, finished with 232 passing yards, with 13 rushing for 127 rushing yards, 9.8 yards a carry, and with 4 rushing TDs and 1 passing touchdown. Had yourself a great night. How did you feel after that ball game on last night?
I feel pretty good. I mean, we got the win. That's all that really matters.
So that was a big win for you as the court lead, the field general. I'm gonna say the field general been doing a great job controlling the game. Great composure, always laid back. Hadn't got a chance to see you play, but maybe one time a year. That's when you played my home school, Camden Fairview, and you look very poised in the pocket, being able to relax. Done a great job. And to get to that point, what did you do this off season and during the summer to get to that point?
This off season, I stopped playing all the sports that I did play and just focused on football. And every single day in off season, I went to the field. I worked with the receivers. I worked on crazy stuff. Maybe anything happened in the game. So I've been practicing always to get the ball out because I'm a small quarterback, anyways.
When we look at, we say you're a small quarterback, but you don't play like a small quarterback. You very mobile. Coming in the season, everybody was known for you as a speed guy. Had great legs, great movement. But this year, you shocked the world. Come out with the big arm, and you threw the ball for a total of 3,428 yards with only 5 interceptions. And that's big for that many yards and 41 touchdowns. And that's unheard of. It takes some guys their whole career to get 2,000 yards, but you've done it in one season and still got another chance to add to that, maybe even throw for 4,000 yards. And that's set on pace. With the rushing with a rushing attack as well, with 10 touchdowns. Again, the second leading rusher on the team as well. You ranked also in the 6A conference. So that's saying with a total of 4,262 yards. And again, you're still bringing stuff to the table, doing a great job, and you're getting your teammates involved. And we look at all those yards. Tell me some guys that help surround you that make you look even better. You already look good, but what makes you look even better?
All of them.
All of them.
It starts with everybody. Everybody worry about themselves, and when they worry about themselves, it all works out as planned. When you don't worry about another guy's spot, just do your spot, everything's gonna come.
And you have a great group of young men. We talk about the line. The line is very valuable, but you got some of the greatest receivers in the state. I'm gonna say probably one of the best groups I've seen all season. From all of them bring something different to the table. You got, just naming one of them, Jackie Washington. He's a different style receiver. You got Cameron Bibby, somebody I don't think you had him last year. So what has he brought to the team this year as well?
Well, Cameron has always been that laid-back receiver that you don't hear nothing about, but he's going he's gonna speak up for himself when it comes time to key without even saying anything at all. You gonna know he's there on the team. So he didn't get a chance the last 2 years, but he showed up this year, and he most definitely stated the name for himself.
So going back to you got your hard-nosed receiver, which is Jack and Washington remind me of a hard-nosed. He get the nitty grit. He, not scared to run a little tunnel screens, anything, hard-nosed blocker. Then you got your big target down the field, Cameron Bibby. I know you like the long ball. And, to show off that big arm. I saw one of your longest receptions with 80 yards. That's probably right in the end zone. So, that's a big thing. Then you got your speedster. And you already know who your speedster is. DeAndre Burns. And, you got R.J. Thomas, a guy that really shocked me. I got a chance to watch him as well in Camden. Didn't know who he was. I had stuff jotted down about this number, watch this number. Did not have his number on the cue card. And I'm like, who is this guy? And you found him 2 or 3 times in the Camden Fairview game. And I'm like, where did they get this kid from? Where did y'all buy him from? Find out it was R.J. Thomas. And how has he improved this game this year?
RJ is the receiver out of all of them that just focus and dial in. What he's really been working on is his concentration. And I can't say out of everybody in the receiver group, he has the best concentration. It's in catching the ball, watching the ball as always. He's focused on the ball constantly, and he's trying to make big plays when plays come. He's been double teamed this whole entire year, so he doesn't put up the stats as everybody else, but he hasn't dropped the ball that I threw to him at all, so he's a threat to everybody.
So that's what you want. You got, he's getting double teamed. That give you a chance one-on-one on the outside, and something, got one receiver on the inside. Then you got a running back in the backfield, and Plummer, he can catch the ball as well, run the ball, and he's right there at 1,100 yards rushing. So you got all these weapons surrounded you and can't mark you out. You legs as well. You right at 900 rushing yards, hit over 3,000 passing yards. That's a lot for anybody to defend. And it's a lot of weapons. I don't think it's a team that can cover y'all one-on-one. So there's always going to be a man open, and you get a chance to find somebody open on every play.
It's basically a pick your poison, which one you want to pick, and we're going to show you which one going to have the best night.
So I guess that's why you always laid back, because it's like, I look at you from watching you last year and then watching you as you progress this year, and like the game will slow down to you. And that's what you want as a quarterback. One of the most prominent positions, tough, hard, everything falls on the quarterback. Some don't go right, whose fault is it? It's the quarterback fault. Is the ball down here, that's just what they expect the quarterback to be perfect on every play. But I see now you settle down, real relaxed, find your men, and you pick them apart. And you score so quickly. Now, how's this, I know you got a big game coming up this weekend. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But scoring quickly, I think y'all score it well. Pretty much score it well. Anytime you want to who you want to get the ball to that time.
It don't even matter. It's just a chess game with me and a defensive coordinator. If he make the wrong move, then I just take his pawn. That's all it is.
So other guys out there playing checkers, you playing chess. Hey, I wish I knew how to play a little chess myself. Hey, well, man can play chess. Hey, I tell you. But we'll take a break, right? We'll be back here in just a couple of minutes. Welcome back to the Inside High School Sports. To pick up where we left off, we actually, just and during the break, we was talking about a few different things that was going on. The biggest impact, who's been your biggest coach? I know Dad has always been in the corner telling you different things, but who's been the biggest motivator for you this season? Who stayed on you the most?
My dad.
Your dad? Just tell me something. How have you reiterated in your game?
So, he didn't play quarterback. He actually played cornerback. So, all the things that he did wrong, he was able to tell me what a cornerback could do wrong as I grew up. Then I got to play under Coach Reed. So I got to play in another system than I am in now. So both of it just, up to my knowledge, and made me a smarter quarterback today.
And that's the big thing. That's one of your biggest, the other guy across is the cornerback. Worry about what you're doing, false step, false read, and I see you capitalize a lot of times on the field, especially with the type of receivers that you have, the arm strength. So that's been a big puzzle. It's good to have someone like that can, from on the other side of the ball can tell you what to look for, what side they open up wrong. Hey, you go throw a backside fade, inside slant, and that's a good thing. Reading coverages, and that's especially when you talk about the next level. That's next level style stuff. Coming in as a legitimate dual threat, not just running the ball. You can sling that thing around too. I'm talking about slinging around the field, and as many times I close my eyes like, golly, I don't know who he's finna throw it to this time, but he's finna hit a target down the field. And I tell you, Wildcats, y'all are, blessed, good system. Y'all, I have seen you down inside the stadium working out all summer, one-on-one, just throwing the football around. People don't understand how much work you put in on your own time and how that increases your game to get you ready for game time. No, you ain't great shape, been in shape before football season even started. You say you gave up, I know baseball, and an outstanding baseball player, but hey, you got a career going in football, and I tell you, when scouts start really, you'll get a chance to see a lot of those this weekend. You'll have a stand full, but points you and laid back, you have nothing to worry about. So we look at the numbers. We talk about numbers here, and that's all it is, number game. Since you play chess, and I play checkers, I'm gonna stay on my side of the football, which is the defensive side. Defensive tackles, I don't care what you do. My job was to make a tackle across from you, but it's hard for defensive tackles to make tackles on them.
It's because we are constantly putting them in the bind. You got me that can run, and then you got Shadarius in the back that can run also. And the DN wants to get him, then nobody's got me. The linebacker want to get me, then nobody got Jackie. So it all just works in a circle.
So reading coverages, checking down on the line, check off. Have you started doing a lot of check offs at the line of scrimmage, being able to call out plays this year yourself?
Most definitely. We have did a lot of articles this year. If it's something I don't like, you'll see me look over there to the coach and I'm like, this not looking good, we need to change it. Or I end up just checking it out, flipping up plays, calling a quick screen or something, or possibly just doing something out the ordinary that the coach don't have to do because this is what I'm coached to do.
And that's very big, and that's next level style. That ain't high school stuff. That's next level. Being able to go, looking at film, breaking down film, knowing what this guy do, knowing what this receiver, knowing what this cornerback, how he's going to set up. He make a false step, he might drop out, might peel out, and you're able to read that and check out real quick at the line of scrimmage. You don't see nobody but the Manning boys do that. Now we have someone here in our hometown doing the same thing, and that's very big, and that's something you can share with other quarterbacks when you go on to the next level, be able to come back and tell them, hey, it's more than just running the football, more than just throwing the ball to a spot, but being able to check down and read coverages, and knowing how to know they're in zone coverage, knowing they're in man, putting the man in motion, he probably, off top he in man, so that is very big and very important as a high school quarterback. Not only that, being able for the scouts to see in the stands, like this guy is legitimate, a field general, running thing. Not his coaches just there to, him put it on paper. Now it's time for you to make it happen. So a team total of 5,700 yards already this season. You still have a chance to add. You're averaging right at, as a team 400 yards a game. So that's well over on pace to probably throw for about 4,000 yards, which you should be able. You'll have the ability to. Especially with those D-backs they have. We'll still talk about them a little bit later. Going back to your receivers, I told you got your hard nose, you got your big target, which is Mbibi, you got R.J. Thomas, which is even more of the bailout, always working his way back to you when you get in trouble on scrambling. It's always good to have that kind of receiver. He don't have the big numbers, 400 receiving yards, but he always there to possession. When you need the 3rd and 5, he's right there. And how big is that, so you can kind of rest your legs a little bit? How big has that been to you having that type of possession receiver on your team?
It's just I'm thankful for it. They always find a way to bail me out when I'm in trouble. When I feel trapped, they always come through and I can just put it where they're supposed to be and they always come through and catch it.
And that's just, like you say, great concentration, great ball skills, and you putting the ball on the money. I always tell them, we human, we make mistakes. We might make a bad read every now and then, but you're the type of player that you don't mess it up. Nobody don't have to holler at you. You punch yourself. Well, that's what you said. Find in great athletes, great players. Not only we say athlete, but you're pretty good in the books as well. And that's a big plus too. Being able to being the student first, then the athlete second, and then you perform well on both platforms. And that's always big, especially being young. And I'm putting out that young black man. Being able to be the great athlete, still getting the books, very respectful, always laid back. I'm glad that those seasons there not talking to huddles because I don't think they'll ever get a play because you always laid back, quiet, and all you do is just signal. But that is a great thing. You don't have to holler. No, you score a touchdown, you just laid back. It gets you conservative some energy. So that's always good as well as a quarterback, as a leader. Getting ready for state. Getting ready for the big game on Saturday against Greenwood. And I don't know, have you ever played against Greenwood? I know you probably seen them in maybe 7-on-7 of some sort.
So my sophomore year was the first time I got to play against them, and they kind of beat us. They did more than beat us, so we gonna go ahead and fix that up Saturday. In the summer, we got to play them in team camp, and we was looking pretty good against them. So, I'm not terrorized, but I'm not scared to play them. They're just another team. It's nothing but a title that they have.
And that's it. That's it. And Greenwood, not taking it. They've been one of those ball clubs that have been everybody in every classification of Achilles heel. They, 5A they dominated. 6A they started dominating early. But this time, y'all got a chance to take the title away from them. Got a chance to win it last year. Been there since 2000, they won 10 championships. And so we know they're well equipped and well disciplined. Not as good as they used to be. Not as good. And you got a chance to see them already. Great. They have a great system as well. A great system. They not very athletic. They not gonna be fast. They fast as 40 time, might be a 4.8. You got a bunch of speed. So how you going to use that to your advantage, being faster, more athletic than them?
Just take what they give me. It's not really nothing big. They give me the run, I just take the run. They give me the throw, we take the throw, and we score. That's all that matters.
So your legs have been very valuable to you as well. And it's good to play quarterback this day and time. If you can't run, you can't play quarterback. And people don't know how important that is. They're like, well, you can throw the ball all day, but if you can't be mobile and be able to throw the ball on the run like you do, throw back across the field, but you have a strong arm and be accurate, it's almost, you're in trouble. You probably wouldn't have made it through the whole season. No injuries all season. How big has that been to you as a person and to your ball club? Being able to stay healthy.
That's just a blessing. I can't do anything about that, but thank God that I'm safe.
And that's the biggest thing. I see a prayer group. I seen it, I believe Thursday night. And that's the first time I ever seen that. Going in a dark stadium and bringing the light in, being able to pray over y'all before y'all even, nobody's on the field. And that is, like I said, a blessing. That is covering before you even touch the field. And that has been the number one key to our belief to you all success. Not knocking the hard work that y'all put in, but you got a group of fans, parents getting out there in the middle of the football field, going to a stadium and praying over the stadium and to keep everybody healthy. And that is very big. And hopefully they get a chance to go to Little Rock real quick and do the same thing there and continue on the victory and be able to bring home the hardware. So that's what we're looking toward. Back to Greenwood. Greenwood is one of those ball clubs, very fundamental sound. Y'all always. And that's a great matchup. Y'all solid, had a few hiccups early in the season, a lot of penalties. And I see y'all kind of cleaned that up a little bit. Y'all cleaned it up a whole lot, But the key matchup I'm looking at is going to be your receivers against a defense they can't. I don't believe they can be able to hold y'all down. But the key matchup for them is going to be y'all DBs against their receivers, and that's one of those things. Now this is playing chess also, so that's going to be the big matchup. But I believe y'all score so fast. Y'all score really quick. Now, do you ever feel like they put your defense in kind of where I'm mind and put them in a bind sometime?
Not at all.
Not at all.
It's because the way we trained this summer, they should be in shape to be able to take all that. They play against us every day in practice, so they know we play fast. So they shouldn't have a problem with it at all.
So y'all have a track meet every day just about. So every last one of y'all be running track after football season.
I don't know about all that.
Hey, I seen last night, I turned it off and flipped to another game, and I'm like, they'll score 2 touchdowns less than about a minute. I needed some oxygen just thinking about it. So we look at that, high scoring offense, move the ball well, 5 turnovers, and I don't think y'all don't fumble the ball many times. Take care of football. That's going to be the big key to the game, turnovers. Being able to take care of football, and which y'all have done a great job of that. Just got to continue on to be able to bring it to another atmosphere, which you'll get used to on Saturday. And Saturday is one of the biggest games. The next biggest game will be when you get ready to play your first collegiate ball game. And how you feeling about that right about now?
It's just another game.
Just another game. Just lay back, relax, go be excited.
I've been doing this my whole life, so I'm not intimidated.
So, how about you football? Most people now play football already. Think you started at 3rd grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade? 4th grade. So you've been playing, you got a lot of years, you're a veteran. We're gonna say you're a vet already, a young vet. Young vet, so you know how to handle, the crowds don't phase you, none, stadium size don't phase you. You play a rowdy group of fans already. Every Friday night, you somewhere, you got a lot of fans. I see the little heads shaking up and down, and that's been big. That's big, but see you taking time out to take pictures with, people that have special needs and all that, and that goes a long way. Being not showing that you're not too good to take the time out to take a photo with this guy. They look up to you. And it's amazing that guys don't understand how many young kids and other people with special needs look up to young men such as yourself. And not even making any money yet. And I'm saying, being a great role model, and I'm pretty sure that comes from this good raising. Good raising. I'm pretty sure mama stay on you a little bit, don't she? What you tell you, chick, look, if they think I run it.
To my mom?
Yeah.
She just be up there house.
She be up there house. I know, I be trying to watch the live sometimes when I'm on the sideline, and they be like, your mic on. Who is that hollering? That's the elevator guy put it up. I be trying to see what's going on, trying to keep up with the score. Only time I don't support the Wildcats, I'm gonna be honest with you, is when y'all play us. Other than that, I got cheer y'all on because y'all, this is my tax dollars go to, support the Wildcats. And it's been a great season. And the season's still going on. Still going on. So, we're looking at the next level. I don't want to capture it. I know you got a game Saturday. Don't be long. And what school you really want to go to? What school you looking towards going to right now?
I just want to go to a school where I can play quarterback.
Play quarterback.
So, I want to play quarterback at the next level, but I want to play on a big time field also, just to show quarterbacks can do it too. So
you remind me of a Russell Wilson type quarterback. A lot of people don't look at, they look at Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray, but I think you might be taller than Kyler Murray right now. He's about 5'9", that's stretching with him. I think you about the same speed. So it's a lot of times you look at people, a lot of people want to look at size, height, and everything. But one thing about you put in the work. You put in the work. When you got somebody to go put in the work to make it work, that's what you want. And that's what I'm saying. Just continue on. You'll get that opportunity. I promise you will. Because, throwing for these many yards, rushing, taking care of the football, being able to be mobile, being able to check down, read coverages. Like that's the next level. That's D1 style. That's D1 style. But playing in the big stadium, play for LSU right now because we need a quarterback pretty good right now. So if they call you, you'll go. Play quarterback?
Yes.
Hey, I'll take it out on myself. We ain't said no right away, but we'll take a break here. We'll come back. We'll finish up. And you've been listening, checking out the Inside High School Sports. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. Sports, where we have senior quarterback of the Dorado Wildcats, Sharman Rester. Sharman Rester, I tell you, I know we talked about chess earlier. Now we're going to talk about something I can kind of understand a little bit. Playing Madden, or we're going to say Madden because you're on another level. Then we make NCAA right now. We're going to go to Madden. When you got the joystick in your hand, you look at the live stream, tell me what you see. Tell me what you're doing, the audibles and everything.
So,
give me a play too.
Alright, we can simply run slot fade and a hitch. And we think about it as in you got one person in the middle field. You're gonna look at him, make him make a decision. If he don't make a decision, you choose your best receiver or choose the better matchup. So make him wrong, basically. I mean, before all the snaps, you can really see who's going to score and who's not. It's just I know this is a touchdown, or this is going to happen. Like, I know it's going to happen before it even happens. So that's really what's going on in my mind. I'm guessing what's going to happen before it happens. And when it happens, I'm like, I knew that was going to happen. And I'm watching everybody else freak out. It's like, why are you freaking out? That was going to happen anyways.
That's somebody that just don't know how to play the game. They know the game. You know, and that's what it's all about. We don't understand being able to get that playbook, watch film, break it down, knowing what's going to happen. And I see when you throw a touchdown pass, everybody down there shouting, you walk to the sideline ready for the next series, ready for the defense, for the field goal or whatever, which is big. And that's what I tell you. That's one thing. That's what I'm going to keep reiterating. That's next level. Because that's what they do. You get to college first day, they hand you a playbook. You get the playbook, you learn it. Come back to practice, you perform it. And ain't nobody teaching you nothing. So then you are already a step ahead already, being able to come down, basically be your own coach at times when you want to, being the offensive, getting your men set up, tell them where to go, the check-offs, what route to run, what play. What's your favorite play?
We got this play, it's a drive play, and it's out of empty. So you got a big boy post, you got a 10-yard dig, and you got a little shallow crosser. Backside, you got a out, and you got a corner from number one. And it's basically 1, 2, 3, 4, work across the field. Everybody's gonna be open, regardless. But if that safety's sitting low, then it's touchdown regardless, because we got DeAndre Burns going to catch it.
So DeAndre Burns, what's time gonna be with your deep man? How did I know that? See, I learned that play that quick. I told you. See, you have to use that one day. I don't know when we use it at. So you love the deep ball. You love the deep ball. Let's show that big arm off, and you just put that.
I like the deep ball because I've been called overrated multiple times, and it's just I can live up to what I've been saying. Now that I can throw the ball just as well as I can run the ball. And now I'm able to state it and show people that I am what I said I was, and you didn't believe me.
And the numbers speak for themselves. One thing about it, and this is what's gonna be the biggest plus I always tell somebody. It's good that you're on one. You gotta go on and play in the state, and you ain't got no explanation. Cause one thing about it, after Saturday, all you do is show them your hand. You ain't gotta get up there and tell them story. We almost when you show them that hand and just walk off. It speaks for itself. And somebody, I never heard somebody told somebody to Google it. They ain't got to Google it. Just show them your numbers. The numbers right there. They want to look them up. They're on max preps. We know you can throw the ball. We know you can run the football. What a lot of people don't know, how good you can break down coverage and recoverage. Because I had met a quarterback that I laid eyes on they can actually sit out and check it off and be able to read coverages as well as quick as you do. Because the game is so much faster. You know, we call it new millennium football, where everything is fast paced, everything is signals, everything is numbers, and, you know, X, Y, Z. You know, if you can't do that, it's all for now. You know, the running back got to be able to catch. He got to be able to block some. The quarterback got to be able to roll out, throw it back across the field. You can do it all. You have all the intangibles of being a next level style quarterback. All the intangibles. You know, just continue working hard. Continue doing what you need to do. And increase your game. I'm pretty sure at the football season you still gonna be working towards, you know, doing it. No, I know you've done a lot of camps this year. So you learn a lot of different skills and a lot of different forms. Tell me about some of the camps, some of the big camps you went to.
So I have been to Texas A&M, Baylor, it's a few more camps. There was so many.
I know you was on the road there. Which one did you like? Which was the best place you liked?
Baylor was pretty fun. You know, I went to go there and I got to compete against all these quarterbacks and stuff. When I first stepped on the field, they're all like, "What position you playing? You're a running back, aren't you?" And I'm like, "No, I'm with the tall guys." And they're like, "The tall guys?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm the quarterback." They're like, "Quarterback? You must just run." So we get the quarterback drills and it's like, I'm dropping dimes and everything, and everybody's just looking at me like, "This dude, he's incredible. Like, where does he come from?" Nobody knows who I was. I didn't get to play the last 2 years. So it's just a wake-up call, basically. It started this summer.
But time, one thing about it, you don't waste opportunity. When the opportunity comes, hey, it ain't no talk, it's all business. You know, that's one thing about it. You ain't let your game speak for itself. You know, and they probably look at you like, you know, I know they look at you crazy like, around Texas, California, Oklahoma, Louisiana, all their quarterbacks 6'4", 6'5", 215, 220. You know, that's what they used to. But then you got, every now and then you got a diamond somewhere that's in the rough that they like, okay, this is a special kid. You know, they don't look at, they don't look at Arkansas players as just being, you know, they look at them just not being great. But you know, you got a chance not just to take care of put yourself on the map, but Arkansas as a whole on the map. You know, they think everything is big in Texas, but the small guys can do the job just as well. And you know, looking for you to get that opportunity. I might see you. You know, Baylor ain't too far. We can kind of get out there and check you out a little bit. You know, so don't forget about it. I don't want to sit in nosebleed now. Not in nosebleed, but I can. You know, Baylor, great atmosphere, great school, great academic school, great football team. You got my ex-coach down there as well, Dave Aranda. So you know, the opportunity to present itself. Hey, I know you'll do what you got to do to make it happen. And I'll tell you, so you're looking at, you know, 5'10", you at 18 years old, you can stretch out a little bit, but we're not going to look at the size and the height. We're going to look at the smartness, the athleticism. You know, you got everything it takes. Only thing you want is opportunity. And that's one thing if you continue telling people, all I want is opportunity. If I ain't no good, I go about my business. You know, simple as that. I ain't gonna get mad. I'm gonna shake your hand. All they do is give me a chance, and it's somebody will take a chance on me. You know, and they be like, "Man, we got this dude for a steal," and bam, there you go. Which, you know, they see this transfer portal is wide open. You know, that's always an option. So there's so many things that you can do now. But you know, I believe your mindset, and you know what you can do. Is just go do it. Simple as that. Go do it. You pause, go do it. I believe, I'm going to be honest. Since I've been here at the radio, one of the best athletes I've seen. You know, hands down. And y'all have had some monsters come through El Dorado. But there's a whole, the intangibles, the smartness. Never seen a smart quarterback. Never. You know, especially being a brother, all thing we know what to do is take out, run, and throw the ball. Wherever we go, the coach had to tell him what to throw. But you have got to the point where you say, I run this. I'm the field general. I'm going to handle this business. I'm going to throw out here, throw for 300 or 400 yards, break records, set records. Not only that, I'm going to win the Landers Award. And that's another hour, but you got all these opportunities. You win the Landers Award as a quarterback, and all them guys that was at Baylor looking like, man, this guy really did. And then they flashed them big old numbers up there. Like, he's the real deal. Let's see what he got. So, you know, you're doing everything you need to get to that point. You know, I know your parents are proud, and most definitely, I know your coaches are proud to have you as a quarterback. And I tell you, you know, it gets tough sometimes. You know, we don't want to. A lot of times we don't want to sit back and wait and relax. But hey, it's all God's time. It's all God's time. It's always good to sit back like, okay, I see what he did wrong, and that's the best way to learn of other people's mistakes. We're looking at it. We're gonna finish up. Great season thus far. One of the big games coming up Saturday. Tell the people get the tickets early. You know, I'm pretty sure y'all will pack out the stadium. You know, a lot of people in the stands. The D1 scouts will be in the stand. You know they're gonna be in the house. But I know you, it's a piece of cake. You already been in front of them. You just want to go there and add to your resume. You work hard. You always find ways to improve your game. You always find a way to get your other teammates involved, and that's big. You utilize everything that's in front of you, so that's always a big plus. And that'll conclude today Inside Sports with quarterback of the Dorado Wildcats, Sharman Rester.